Most of us are solo players, but if you're a newer type solo player and you feel lost in the game like, bro, what do I buy? In this video, I'll show you the 11 best solo investments they can do in GTA Online. So sit back and relax and let's dive into it. And coming in at number 11, we have cars. Now, cars in GTA Online are really good and bad, but for the sake of this video, they will be classified as good. We all love cars that can be in real life or in GTA Online, but here is a tip. If you're a newer type player, I recommend for you to buy 3 high-end cars and use them for races, drive. And once you start making more money, you can spoil yourself. And following cars, at number 10, we have armored cars. These are different from regular cars. As you guessed, they are military-grade armored cars. There are lots of these, but 2 most popular ones are the Armored Kuruma and the Duke of Death. Both of these are really good, but I personally prefer the Armored Kuruma, as it's a 4-seater. It's slightly more armored than the Duke of Death. They both vary in terms of price. You choose whichever one you prefer the most. And last thing, before we move on number 9, armored cars are really useful for any sorts of missions, and they are a must-have for every single player. And coming in at number 9, we have the Master Control Terminal. The Master Control Terminal was a feature that was introduced with the arcade. For the price tag of 1.7 million, you get access to a fascinating control terminal that allows you to source crates, sell your products, and resupply your passive businesses with it. This is a huge time saver, as instead of going to your businesses that they want to resupply or you want to sell stuff from, all you can do is just go to your Master Control Terminal. From there, you will also have access to check your product amount. You can decide on whether if you want to sell or not. This is a must-have item, as it's gonna make your life in GTA Online a little bit better. And coming in at number 8, we have personal quarters. Having personal quarters installed in your businesses is a huge time saver again. If you didn't know, when you log in GTA Online, you will spawn randomly in a random location. But if you don't want that to happen, you can choose your spawn location from the interaction menu. And from here, as you can see, you can choose whichever location you want to spawn at. But how do you get personal quarters? Well, that's easy. Almost every single business that was introduced in GTA Online comes with personal quarter. As you can see, the CEO office has one. Just head to the Dynasty Executive and then you can buy it from there. They do cost a little bit of money, but it's definitely worth it if you are a guy who wants to save up time. And to be honest, if you have a certain goal that you want to accomplish, these will help you accomplish it faster, as they will save up time instead of having to drive to the business that you want to go to instead. And coming on number 7, we have a controversial one, the Oppressor Mark II. This vehicle does not need introduction whatsoever, but we will still give a brief intro. It's a hover bike that was introduced with the After Hours DLC. It is one of the most popular vehicles in the game, and even my cat uses it when it plays GTA Online. The MK2 is one of the best vehicles in the game. It's such a small vehicle that when you use it, you can actually go through corners and traverse through the map with ease. It can be equipped with countermeasures and homing missiles, and all of this does not come cheap. It's going to cost you a whopping $8 million, and you can get the infamous MK2, but trust me, it is absolutely worth it if you are a grinder or a griefer, as it's going to make your GTA Online experience much better if you are using it. Coming on number 6, we have the Agency. The Agency is a really profitable way to make lots of money. If that's the case, then you're wondering, well John, why is it not higher on the list? Well, we will answer this in a little bit, but before you can make money with the Agency, you need to own one. So head over to Dynasty Executive and then purchase one. After that's done, the Agency has lots of functionalities, and you have lots of ways that you can make money with the Agency. So present them real quick. We have security contracts, which pay you anywhere from $30,000 to $70,000. The Dr. J heist, which pays you $1 million. The safe, basically the safe includes when you do security contracts and you do 5 security contracts every time, the passive income that you're going to receive in your safe is going to be increased by $250. So let's say you did 10 security contracts. Every 48 minutes, you're going to be making $500. And we also have the payphone hits. The payphone hits, unfortunately, they got nerfed, and they used to pay $85,000 if you completed the bonus, and now they pay you $35,000. I don't know why Rockstar did that. Coming on number 5, we have the Autoshop. The Autoshop is a slightly older business now, but it's still a decent business to make lots of money with it. So the things that I find attractive in the Autoshop, and besides you guys, is the Autoshop contracts. Now, these consist of mini heists with 2 setup missions and a finale in the end, and they tend to take around 10 to 13 minutes to complete. And depending on how fast you are, after that you have a client car customization. Every 48 minutes, a client will deposit their car in your Autoshop, and all you have to do is just to customize it to the client's liking and then deliver it once it's done. The Autoshop, in my opinion, is a debatable business for some people, but it's still really good and you can make a lot of money with it. So it's a must-have if you're a beginner. Coming on number 4, we have the Acid Lab. The Acid Lab is one of the best solo businesses in the game. Why, you ask? Well, because no matter how much stock you're currently selling, it's always going to be one single vehicle and it's always a buy. So talk about excitement. It was introduced with the Drug Wars DLC. How to get started? All you have to do, you got to complete the first those missions and then you get the Acid Lab in the end. And after that, you're going to have to set it up by going to your rival Acid Labs and stealing equipment. And once that's done, you can start the business by buying or stealing the supplies. I personally recommend for you to buy supplies as it costs 60,000. Full stock of Acid Lab sells for 237,000. And if you have the equipment upgrade, it will sell for 300,000. And you can get the equipment upgrade by completing 10 full gun jobs. Coming on number 3, we have the Salvage Yard. The Salvage Yard is one of the newest businesses that was added in the game. It was released in December 2023 with the Chop DLC, and this business brought Yusuf Amir. Well, this business basically involves you stealing high-end cars and selling them or salvaging them for parts. How do you get started? You can buy the Salvage Yard from the Maze Bank foreclosures, and there are 5 to be precise, 1 in Toledo Bay, 1 in Sandy Shores, and 3 in Los Santos. Only buy the Los Santos one. After that, you can start, and it will involve you scoping out a place and taking pictures, then doing some setups for said heist. Once that's done, you can do the heist. After you acquire the vehicle, you have 2 options, either to sell a vehicle or salvage it. I recommend for you to always sell a vehicle as it's going to make you more money, but if you want to salvage it, then you can go ahead and salvage it. There's also another side of this business, which is the tow truck. Basically, this involves you going out and towing a car and then bringing it back to your salvage yard, and then you put your workers to salvaging the car, and once it's completely salvaged, you will get all the money. And coming on number 2, we have the Cakka. The Cakka was introduced back in 2021 with the Cayo Perico DLC, and this was one of the best money-making businesses in the game 2 years ago, or 3 years ago now. And unfortunately, it got nerfed a while back, but you can still make some decent money with it. So, how to get started? All you have to do is just you're going to go to the music locker, you're going to have a cutscene, and then you go to the Warstack cash and carry and buy it. And once that's done, you can start the heist and start making money. And coming on number 1, we have the Nightclub. Nightclubs are the best business in the whole game. As you guys know by now, this is my favorite business, and they were introduced with the After Hours DLC. How to get started? First, need to buy a nightclub from the Maze Bank foreclosures, and once you buy one, you have to set it up, and once that's done, you can start making money by 2 ways. And number 1, we have the safe. By having higher popularity, you're gonna make around 58,000 every 48 minutes. But how do you get high popularity? You can, well, kick NPCs from your nightclub, change DJs, or do the promotion missions. And number 2, we have the warehouse. And the warehouse, basically, it consists of linking all of your existing businesses, such as the CEO Crates, MC Businesses, and Bunker, and it makes you extra profit on the side. Make sure you also buy the equipment upgrade and the staff upgrade, as they will speed up the production extremely. If you guys are a solo player and you still are struggling on how to make money in the game, check out this video. It's going to show you exactly the 8 best solo businesses for solo players. So make sure you click on 1, 2, 3.